Hello and welcome back to Attiny85. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make an Attiny85 mini traffic light toy with using just a few simple components. And I'm going to show you how to make this in this video. Let's get started. And these are the items that you're going to need to make for this project. The items you're going to need is these 3 LEDs, one green, one yellow, one red, an Attiny85 microcontroller, an 8-pin IC socket holder, a small perf board which will then hold the 3 LEDs, a push button lock switch, a 3-volt button cell battery holder, a 3-volt button cell battery, and this perf board which will hold the entire circuit. You're also going to need these 3 wires, which will connect to the LEDs and connects to the small perf board to be able to control the LEDs on the main perf board. The other items you'll also need is these pieces of cardboard as the housing. And this here is the schematic for this circuit, for the Attiny traffic light circuit. As you can see, pin 8 is 3 volts, and this here is a push switch to turn it on and off. Pin 4 is ground, and pin 5, 6, and 7 goes to the anodes of the LED, and cathodes of the LEDs go to ground. And as you can see, pin 7 is red, pin 6 is yellow, pin 5 is green. First, I'm going to start with the perf board, and my IC socket holder, and my button cell battery holder. I'm going to take my IC socket holder and place it right here, just like this. And then I'm going to take my button cell battery holder, where this side is positive, that side's negative, and I'm going to put the positive next to pin 8 and place the negative towards the bottom. And now solder it all into place, just like this. Next, I'm going to take my push button lock switch and put it to pin 8 and positive of the button cell battery holder. And then solder the switch into place, and then solder bridge it to pin 8. Now I'm going to take this bridge wire and solder the positive wire from the button cell battery holder to the switch. There we go, just like that. The switch and the battery holder are now connected, and pin 8 is now connected to the switch. And yes, I made a little mistake. I accidentally put the button cell battery backwards. Here's me correcting it. There we go, it should look just like this. That's the correct orientation. And there, everything is soldered into place, and it should look just like this. Next, I'm going to take this negative wire and solder it to the negative part of the button cell battery holder, and then solder it to pin 4 of the IC socket holder. And it should look just like that. Solder the negative of the battery, and now pin 4. There we go, connected just like that. Pin 4 is now grounded. Next, I'm going to take my 3 color-coded anode wires, which will connect to the LEDs, and I'm connecting that to pin 5, 6, and 7 of the IC socket holder. And it should look just like this on the schematic. Take the red wire, which will be the red LED, connect to pin 7, yellow wire to pin 6, green wire to pin 5. Next, I'm going to take the green wire and put it into place. Next, the yellow wire. And the red wire. Next, solder them into place. Bend the wires over so it makes solder bridging easier. And there we go, solder bridge, just like that. And there we go. All 3 of the wires are now solder bridged to pin 5, 6, and 7, just like this. Next, I'm going to take this negative wire and solder it to pin 4, which will then ground all 3 of the cathodes of the LEDs. And I'm going to place the wire right here, just like that. Bend the wire over and solder bridge it. There we go, solder bridge just like that. And there, now it's complete. and it should look just like this. Next, I'm going to take this piece of cardboard and hot glue the corners together to form an open box to house the circuit. Glue the corners just like that. And there we go, it should look just like this. Next, I'm going to take my circuit and push the wires through the hole. There we go, just like that. Next, I'm going to get some hot glue and glue the circuit to the housing. There we go, put the circuit into place just like this. Next, we're going to start with the small perf board and the 3 LEDs. I'm going to take the 3 LEDs and connect it to this perf board. I've modified this yellow LED just a little bit so that way it can fit in the middle properly. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but I managed to make it work. Place the LEDs just like this. Turn the yellow LED a little bit just like this. And now push it into place. Bend all the leads just like this. And then solder one lead into place. There we go. And next I'm going to go and melt the solder and push the LED so it's flush with the board. Repeat the same process on all 3 of the LEDs. Next I'm going to bend all of the cathode leads together so that way the LEDs can be grounded. And there we go, and leave the anodes free. Next, cut off the excess. And leave about that much. Now I'm going to solder the anodes in just like this. Perfect. Now I'm going to go and solder bridge all 3 of the cathodes together. And it should look just like this. And there we go, the circuit is now ready. I'm going to go ahead and connect the necessary wires to their necessary places. Start with the ground wire and solder to the cathodes. Take the green wire, solder to green LED, yellow to yellow, red to red. And next I'm going to put some hot glue over everything to keep everything insulated. There we go, it should look just like this. And there we go, the circuit is now complete. Let's go ahead and take this button cell battery and put it into place. Next I'm going to take my Attiny and put it into place. There we go, the circuit is now complete. Let's go ahead and push the button and test the LEDs. Green, yellow, and red. And there you have it, the circuit works. And back to green again. Next it's time to make the housing for the LEDs, using a permanent marker to make that piece of cardboard black so that way the LEDs are more visible. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out a rectangle slot to put the LEDs inside. And there we have it, the housing is now ready to be assembled. Take my wires and stuff it inside the rectangular prism, glue it together, and now the traffic light pole is completed. Glue it into place. And there, it should look just like this. Now it's time to glue the LEDs into place. Take the back panel and glue it into place just like that. Put a little bit of hot glue underneath the LEDs, just like this, so that way you have the front panel of the traffic light glued into place. Next, I'm going to take my back panel of the LEDs and glue both the edges, just like this. And glue it on the sides, just like that. There, it should look just like this. Next, I'm going to take this top piece and put it on top. Put some hot glue on the top just like this. Put this piece on top. And there you have it. Your project is now complete. Let's go ahead and test it out. I'm going to push the button and there you have it. The LED lights up. Yellow. And red. And back to green again. Perfect, the circuit works. And there you have it. Now you know how to make your very own Attiny85 mini traffic light with using just a few simple components. And if you want the code for programming the Attiny, the code is in the description below. And there you have it. Thank you for watching SciTech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified for future SciTech videos. Till the next tech. Goodbye.